What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. We are once again using this Calyrex team that I had featured yesterday. If you haven't checked it out already, please make sure to check out the other video. We had some really great games. So looking at my first opponent, it is a Kyogre team. It is Kyogre with Tornadus, Serena, Incineroar, Regieleki, and Amoonguss. So I really like Pincurchin here. I think Pincurchin just overall is a pretty great option. I'm thinking of a Rangaroo, probably a Rangaroo Calyrex, Pincurchin, and the last slot is kind of hard. Urshifu is tempting, not really. Urshifu doesn't really do much. Stack has to worry about Kyogre, but other than that is in a really good position. And Volcarona not really doing much either. I'm gonna bring Stack in the back. Pincurchin is nice being able to set up electric terrain to stop any sort of potential spores from Amoonguss. So that's actually one really good thing we have going, is the ability to potentially swap out. So like if it's Kyogre or Amoonguss, definitely a little scary, but something we can deal with. As we do see we do see Tornadus, so that's really good for us. We can survive a water spout with a Rangaroo pretty comfortably. What we could do is we could I'm thinking Brutal Swing to trigger the policy and set up Trick Room. I'm gonna go for it. It is gonna be a little bit risky, but we should be able to hopefully KO Kyogre at +2. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We will see just a raw Hurricane into this Rangaroo. So I'm guessing what you're trying to do is, oh, that's bad. You are just trying to stop a Rangaroo. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. But we do have the Trick Room up, so that's really great, because now we do have Pincurchin, which can come in very safely. So we can go for this. We do have Rising Voltage, just really kind of wherever we want. The fear is what? Sash on Tornadus. So what I could do is I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go for a Protect. Do I want to do this? I'm gonna protect Calyrex, just because what I'm thinking is if you're Sash Torn, which is a possibility, this will force you to not be able to KO. Okay, we do see KO a Protect on Kyogre, which is great. I thought I clicked Rising Voltage. We do get a burn, so that's wasn't supposed to happen, but we do get that. Boom, call it correctly. You are going to hit into Calyrex. So now we're in a really great position where, as long as we hit the right move, we can do this, and we can go for a really comfortable Glacial Lance into both of them. You could go for a double protect on Kyogre, but we do have a pretty safe turn this turn. So I'm glad we went for a protect. I thought it was a pretty risky play, but there's actually very little risk. You're probably going to bring out Incin if you have it, which we are going to see Incin come out. But what? If we get a KO if we KO Tornadus, and we should actually do a pretty significant chunk with Rising Voltage onto this Incineroar, to the point where we might actually, yeah, so it looks like we're going to get a double KO. Pincurchin is doing a lot of work, for sure. We will, at this point, pick up the double KO, get Calyrex up to +1. As a result, Kyogre is not going to like Pincurchin. What? You have to protect this turn. So it is actually really tricky, because what? You protect with Kyogre. Oh, this is fine. You could double protect. How many turns of Trick Room are there? There are still... There's two turns of Trick Room. So we can go for a Rising Voltage here, as well as a Glacial Lance here, and that should wrap it up. We will see a Rage Powder, so that is going to actually be a little bit tricky, but we still have so much damage coming onto this Kyogre from Calyrex that I think it should be fine in the end. Let's see how much we do with this Glacial Lance. I think even then, like, a Water Spout should not KO Pincurchin, and it will KO Amoonguss. That is... Okay, that is actually a little tricky now. We do see a Water Spout come out. Okay, this is bad. That is bad. We have Stack. So what? We have to hope you're locked into Water Spout. One turn of Rain. We can go for the Rock Slide. I do expect a Protect here. Yep, we are going to see the Protect. So we reveal that Kyogre does not have Scarf, which is nice. Your damage is going to be weakened. I don't think that's going to be enough, though. I think Stack will still get KO'd. I'm going to go for it anyway. If Stack lives, we're in a great position. Water Spout, please, 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 please. That was close. I'm trying to think of what we could have done. We could have... Yeah, I figured that we would have picked up the KO. The correct play would have been to protect Pincurchin. Yeah, I should have protected Pincurchin, KO'd Amoonguss. That would have let me bring out Stack. No, because it would have worked out the same way because of the fact that you would have just protected and then Water Spouted the subsequent turn. What we could have Sucker Punched with Pincurchin to potentially weaken the Water Spout, but yeah, I mean, that is unfortunate. Kyogre definitely is one of the top 4 for a reason, so really good job to my opponent for finding that out. But overall, really good first game, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and I'm very excited for this. It is Regigigas Weezing with Urshifu, Regieleki, Calyrex, and Indeedee. So this is really simple, or similar to my Series 8 team. There are some minor adjustments, but overall, like, feels very similar. Calyrex is not affected by Weezing, so that's really good for us. What? Oranguru feels really strong here. Oranguru, I do like Volcarona. Right? Volcarona, Calyrex in the back. Stack. Oh no, Pincurchin. What am I talking about? I literally have Pincurchin just for Calyrex. Yeah, Pincurchin does override the terrain. Let's go with this. I think that gives us the best chance to set up Trick Room. We will be able to go for Sucker Punch as a result of changing the terrain. So that's something that's going to be really beneficial. So let's see how this goes. We will see Calyrex or Urshifu. Oh, and it's Urshifu Water. So this is fine, because what we can do is we can go for a Trick Room as well as a Follow Me. So we go for this, and we go for a Rage Powder. I forget. Actually, this is really scary because I don't know if... Okay, even better. We're going to see a swap out from Volcarona. I mean, not from Volcarona. From Calyrex into Regigigas, which kind of tells me you're last. And if you go for a Surging Strike into Volcarona, you should take a ton of recoil. You could also be Safety Goggles. That would be sad. As it is... Yep. So we will get 3-hit KO'd, but we will get a ton of chip onto it with Rocky Helmet. Oh, wow. Okay. I think that's banded. Is it banded? No. Urshifu is not that strong. So I'm fine to try Calyrex going for double Glacial Lance. I think at this... Oh! Regigigas gets Wide Guard. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Because if you Wide Guard, which you are, I still get 2 hits into Urshifu. Which, boom. I don't know if I will get... I don't think I'm going to get the KO, unfortunately. Which is pretty scary, for sure. Number 2 into Urshifu. Boom. Okay, Urshifu goes down. That's great. What? We can just single target into... We can single target into whatever is in... Or is just next to Regigigas. We will see Wheezing here. So, what? I would like to high horsepower into Regigigas because of the fact that I don't care that much about Wheezing, as we do see a Protect come out from Wheezing. So, a really good call. Double Glacial Lance would have been great, but we still do over half, and as long as we hit this second one, we should be able to pick up the knockout, which will let us go for Instruct, which, boom, I don't think the crit mattered. It is going to be a roll, and now we do have the ability to go for +2 Chilling Neigh. Glacial Lance, we know that Wheezing can't protect in front of us, or it can. I think there's one turn of Trick Room left. Is there one turn of Trick Room left? Which is fine. We have a Rangaroo, so a Rangaroo, I think... We have a Rangaroo and we have Pincurchin. So Pincurchin gets the guaranteed KO. There are 2 turns of Trick Room left, so we are able to go for Instruct, as well as a Glacial Lance, and this, barring any sort of secret Wide Guard tech, should be able to pick up the knockout. So Calyrex firing off the laser, picking up the first knockout, and then, yep, we have Wheezing down to the Focus Sash. So we should, yep, be able to... Oh, wow, it didn't even... It just survived. It wasn't a Focus Sash. It literally survived that hit. And there was some internet issues, but I think... I would like to say that we did win this. So overall, really good second game. Calyrex versus Calyrex is always a scary matchup. I personally favor the... what is it called? Calyrex Shadow, just because of the fact that it's faster and can KO with Astral Barrage, whereas you cannot KO with Glacial Lance unless you're boosted. But like I said, overall, really good second battle, and yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 3, and it is once again a Calyrex team. Slightly different. It is going to be Calyrex with Mineshaw, Regieleki, Mamoswine, Stakataka, and Indeedee. So I like a Rangaroo Volcarona. We might have to sacrifice Volcarona, but I think it's not the worst thing. Pincurchin is really nice. Their Calyrex or their Stakataka will hit first, and we bring Calyrex in the back. Yeah, sorry Urshifu, it's just not really a good day for you. Let's do that. I think this is probably our best 4. We also did lock it in, so we don't really have a choice there. But what I'm thinking, right, is Mineshaw, we can't be flinched, so that's really good for us. So with the redirection, you don't really have a good way to stop me setting up. And once we're set up, Calyrex, other than stack, is in a really good position. But even then, we do have good damage into stack with high horsepower. So, and it, okay. Oh, okay. So we are going to see stack Calyrex. You're probably going to reverse my Trick Room. I'm going to go for a Brutal Swing. I don't think I'm going to live. I really don't. Interesting. Calyrex has Trick Room? Are you Rock Sliding and Trick Rooming? I'm sorry, it is... Oh, wait. I thought that was Weakness Policy Stack Attack, and I was like, okay, well. So this is... Something has Rocky Helmet. Okay, Calyrex has Rocky Helmet, and Calyrex is setting up a Trick Room for us. So... I'm happy, right? Because this Calyrex just set up our Trick Room. We can now bring out Calyrex. I think I'm so conflicted about double Glacial Lance. They are at -1. What, you protect your Calyrex and double and hit into mine with Rock Slide? I can do this. I'm gonna go for this because you could wide guard with stack. We do have Pincurchin. We do see Protect on Calyrex, so that's really great for us. Probably, yep, a Rock Slide. A Rangaroo cannot be flinched as long as Calyrex is not flinched. We're in a really, really good spot. So like I said, we just need to not be flinched. Oh, that makes me want to cry. We didn't take that much damage from Glacial. That's so bad. That's really bad. We are at +2. We do see the Rock Slide. It is going to double connect again. Calyrex does manage to hold on. I just need to get rid of Calyrex. I'm fine with stack getting pumped up. We will be able to fire off a Glacial Lance into their Calyrex. Oh god, that hurt. Pincurchin, what? Pincurchin can do a significant chunk into their stack Attacka with Scald. So we can, I mean, we have to live a hit. Less than ideal. But they're relying on an inaccurate Rock Slide. But that's so rough. That's super, super rough. Please don't be something with Fake Out. Okay, it's indeed scary. How many turns of Trick Room are left? There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. We can Scald here. Actually, what? Scald is 160. Yeah, Scald is way more. We'll do this. We will protect Calyrex. I can, you know what? I'm gonna say you're gonna miss a Rock Slide. We're gonna chance it on a Rock Slide miss. Gyro Ball into Calyrex will not miss. I was really hoping that it would just not pick up the KO. But, you know, we don't always get what we want. Pincurchin... What? Pincurchin will get Scald off into stack. Don't even get the knockout. Please get the burn. Survey says no burn. Expanding Force comes out into Pincurchin. Not enough. We can't even go for... Yeah. Definitely a little unfortunate. But, you know, this is a really short video. So, yeah, let's play one more and try and make up for that one. Because, yeah, that flinch really hurt. Because that flinch would have gotten rid of Stack, and then we would have been in a fantastic position. But, I mean, it is what it is. And, yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right. Last battle of the day, and we are playing another Calyrex team. So this is Calyrex, Stack Attacka, Indeedee with Entei, Executor, and Urshifu. I like Volcarona. I like Volcarona a lot. Volcarona or Urshifu is tempting. I'm going to bring Urshifu. I think these two are really great. I think Calyrex and Stack Attacka in the back. Stack should have a good matchup into a lot of their things. Calyrex... This is tricky because my Calyrex does have speed, but it is brave. So the question is, are you adamant or are you brave? If you're brave 0 speed, we're in bad news bears land. But if you don't have speed, no, if you do have speed, we're fine. If you don't, it is a little tricky. We still have Stack, so overall, like, not the worst situation. We do see a Alolan Executor with Indeedee. So that's fine, I think. What we redirect? We can redirect Executor, which is oh, does that thing get expanding force? I don't even know what that thing does. We can do this, as well as a Surging Strike onto Indeedee. I don't really know what Executor does. Also, Rage Powder doesn't matter because of the fact that Executor is a grass type. So that shows how much I know about this game. We will hit first with Surging Strikes. If we can get rid of Indeedee, I would feel very good. I don't think we will. I think that's going to be... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that. We should have just gone for a Struggle Bug. As we're going to take like a what? A Wood Hammer? Oh, okay. So we get a Trick Room up, which is pretty fine with me. We have, I think, a pretty safe Heat Wave alongside a Protect, just to avoid something like an Expanding Force. We did go first with Rage Powder, so that does mean Volcarona is faster. So we do have to potentially take a double up. But what? We can bring out Stack if need be, if they get a knockout. We do see a Sleep Powder onto that from Executor, so that's fine with me. Expanding Force will come out. I'm hoping that this does not KO Volcarona. As... Yeah, Volcarona takes that. We just need to hit this Heat Wave. We do double connect. That's great. We do get good damage overall. What? You bring out Calyrex? You probably bring out Calyrex. Yep, you bring out Calyrex. We have the advantage that we have Stack in the back. So I'm guessing you're going to Brutal Swing, and then... So we do this, and we bring out Stack. Stack doesn't care about the Sleep Powder because of Safety Goggles, and barring them, like, going for a high horsepower, which they could, it's actually not unheard of. Yep, we do see the Brutal Swing. It makes sense. You're trying to trigger your weakness policy. I could have been very cheeky and just brought in my own Calyrex to proc my policy. We will... Okay, so we do see a Glacial Lance, which is great. We also do not have to worry about... we could... Okay, so... Stack takes that well. We... What? 2 turns of Trick Room. I'm going to Rage Powder and go for a Rock Slide. because we know that this should do good damage onto Calyrex, and if you try to KO me, you're not going to be able to do that. Rock Slide will do really good chip. Do like to see that. We will see a berry on Executor, so that's fine. Sleep Powder will come out onto onto Volk. That's fine with me. Okay, so we see high horsepower. That's great. Please burn. We do get Rocky Helmet chip. I would very much love a burn. Survey says, do we get a burn? Executor is fine being alive. I'm going to bring out Calyrex here. We are faster with Stack right now. So what we can do is we go for a Protect as well as a Rock Slide. And the only thing left in the back is Indeedee. We will see a pretty obvious Protect here. I don't think they've realized that I am Safety Goggles on my Stack. So I'm hoping they Sleep Powder into that slot. We also can flinch the Executor. So that's an option. We do see a Sleep Powder into Calyrex. Great. Twisted Dimensions go to normal. We can go for a Glacial Lance, as well as I think it should be in Gyro Ball range at this point, right? We do get the Glacial Lance off first. Great, love to see that. This will do not enough for the KO onto their Calyrex. So the big question is, what do you go for now? We will be at +1 attack. I think this is fine. We do see a high horsepower into Stack. Stack will go down, but what? You only have Indeedee left? You have Indeedee. We're at +1. Yeah, so even if you go for a Follow Me, we can KO you with Glacial Lance. Yeah, we should be able to KO with Glacial Lance. And so, oh, whoa, wait, what? They have, oh, okay. We high horsepower Stack and Surging Strike here. No, let's reverse that. Let's high horsepower here and go for a Surging Strike here. That way, that's fine. We do have priority Aqua Jet. And let's see how much this does. I could have gone for a close combat just to be safe. Now I kind of wish I had gone the other... Yikes. That is terrifying. I did not expect Stack to be that chunky. Stack sets up Trick Room. What do? We. High horsepower your Stack and Aqua Jet Calyrex and hope it's enough. Right? There is no terrain. This will be close. Oh god, I really wish I had done my original plan of high horsepower. High horsepower and Surging Strikes just made so much more sense. Aqua Jet, this needs to KO. Boom. Okay. That should, barring any sort of freak accident, wrap it up. Because Rock Slide will trigger my policy. It's looking like it's not going to do that much onto Calyrex. Just given, given how bulky that Stack was. And so barring... Oh, and it's Life Orb. Okay. Yeah, high horsepower will connect. So we will luckily be able to take it home for this last game. So overall, some pretty tricky matches. The mirror match is definitely really scary. I'm glad we got to bring Urshifu. I feel like we never really fully utilized that. So, like I said, overall, some really good games, some really tricky spots. We will be using this team one more time tomorrow. Make sure to check out the rental in the description. And yeah, until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.